Hi, Elizabeth and
Hello.
Tim. Congratulations on the launch of the Santa Clauses. Now, obviously, father and daughter, playing father and daughter. I want to know, at the end of the day, were you able to close work up and just go home and get back to normal, or was that tough?
It's hard to describe how seamless this was. I mean, it was just really weirdly seamless. I don't have any words for it. It was so wonderful to work with her because she's good at this. And then the scenes that required a connection with another actor, I'm looking at my real daughter, and we had some emotional scenes. It's a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah. I think it was the same. I mean, seamless is a good word for it because I just think on and off set, between takes we were actors but still father and daughter, and I think we handled it good. We would go home and it'd just be back to normal. So I think, yeah.
You've worked with Tim before. Now you get to work not only with Austin, who you were paired with at the
Love
expo, but you get Elizabeth, who's Tim's real daughter
Oh
in
my gosh,
real
I fell
life.
in love with Elizabeth the minute I met her.
And had you guys met before, or was the
No.
gap between films such that you
Never did. Yeah, and I don't live here. I live in Seattle. So, no, I love her. She's extraordinary. She's so funny. She's so gifted. Do you know she wrote handwritten thank you notes to every single one of the crew and the cast,
Aw.
telling them what a wonderful experience she had, and she's talented. Like, I'm so excited to see what she does.
And you are the son of Santa. Do you feel the weight of that at all?
Yeah, because I was such a huge fan of these films, so just being a part of the universe in general was like a daunting thing to hear, but remembering that I'm the son of Santa Claus in an amazing franchise was daunting, but helped me up my game, I feel like. It's great. It just made me enjoy the whole process because I feel so lucky to be here.
Now, I know when the show was first announced, there was a lot of fans asking, like, is Charlie going to be in it, especially once the premise was teased. Did that feel weird to you, knowing that, like, people are just chatting nonstop online, asking, where's Charlie?
It felt good. I think it was something that it showed how much the fans love the franchise, love the characters. And so it felt good. And it was kind of fun to just kind of keep my mouth quiet about it and just pretend like I didn't know what was going on.
Your character is kind of the boss. Like, Santa runs the North Pole, but you really run the show. How did you prepare for the role? Who did you look up to as a boss to take that character from?
Well, my dad, he's also an actor, and he kind of always helps me whenever I have a character. He's kind of my coach, so he was always a big help. I look up to any female boss lady. Like, there are so many female bosses coming into power these days. Kamala Harris, yes. So, yeah, pretty much any of those new females in power.
Well, and Noel is really Santa Claus's right-hand guy. Like, you're the other guy in the sleigh on Christmas Eve when he's traveling around. So most of your scenes, if they weren't with Matilda, I'm guessing were with Tim Allen. That's a pretty big scene partner. What was that like? Did you feel any nervousness getting into the role?
At first, I felt a little nervous, but Tim's such a fun guy and so nice that I sort of settled in pretty quickly. It was really cool to learn from him and, just see how he treats everyone and also treats the scenes. Like, he thinks about why this makes sense. And, well, we said this in the second movie, so we can't say this here because that doesn't make sense. So it was really cool to see him treat the franchise so well.
Now, was it a big deal for you to get to meet him in the Santa Claus suit?
Oh, definitely. Because the first time I saw him, he was in the Santa Claus suit. So that was like, it's Santa kind of moment. And I literally screamed to my dad, it's Santa. And he was like in the trailer area. And that was really fun to meet him.
How long did that whole process take each day on set to become an elf so that you could...
Getting changed is really quick. I'm a fast changer. I always have been just during work. But makeup, I mean, we spent, probably about 10-15 minutes trying on the ears. And then they glued them on. We blended them in. Our wonderful makeup team made me look adorable. I was a cute little elf. And then, going home with the makeup on minus the ears was probably a little confusing to people. But, I mean, it just looks incredible.
Now, what can you tell me about Riley, the character that you play in the Santa Claus?
Riley, she's very charismatic. She's a little rough around the edges. It's definitely a character that I haven't really played before, so that was super exciting. And you'll get to know her a little bit more later in the season.
Cool. You play Crouton the elf.
Yes.
What can you tell me about Crouton?
He's kind of an uptight elf, but like in a good way. Like, he gets things done, like very much so, and he's just really fun, and he just loves like order and things to just be great and get done, and
be on time and.
What can you tell us about Gary, the elf you play?
Well, I can say that he's very mad, very grumpy, and hates toy workers.
Oh wow, that's sounds like he might be in the wrong line of work, maybe. Yeah. The sets are so incredible. I was expecting something on like a TV level, and this matches the filmic level of the first three in the franchise.
We beat it. We want to beat it.
Yeah, so I was curious to know, like, how long did that pre-production process take to get all these sets? Because everything looks very practical. It doesn't look like volumetric sets.
Yes.
If you used it, you fooled me.
We used it.
Okay.
So yes, part of the set is designed by ILM in the volume, which is the technology that was created for The Mandalorian originally, and now is being used all over the place creatively. We did it. The Santa's workshop is a digital set, as is the snow globe depository. But with the design of it was a really important part of the process. We have this incredible production designer who took the spirit of the original sets, but modernized it just a little bit in ways that hopefully you don't even quite notice. You feel like it's the original environment, but it feels somehow more like today.